I do like cooking, but I do not like to slave over my stove every night. I want meals and things easy to grab ready for us. You could take one day and wash and chop all your veggies. You can brown several pounds of ground beef. I'll freeze up portions of cooked ground beef, and other portions I will make taco meat with. That way we have taco meat ready to go for quick lunches and dinners. Maybe slow cook a roast that you can have in salads, burritos, anything that you could use for a few dinners throughout the week or to freeze to use in future meals will be the biggest pat on the back that you can give yourself. Did you know that you can freeze lasagnas without cooking the pasta first? I prepare my lasagna like I normally would, but I don't cook the noodles. It seems weird, but trust me, once it's all made and you put it in the freezer, it'll get nice and frozen, right? Well, when you go take it out and put it in your oven, fully frozen. And then as it cooks and all the moisture from being frozen, it cooks your noodles. It comes out perfect every time. So I have stopped cooking my lasagna noodles when I want to make lasagna freezer meals. You could roast up chickens. Whole birds right now are cheaper than buying your chicken breasts or chicken thighs in the store. I try to keep a couple of whole chickens in my freezer to make meals at any time, especially when I need a rotisserie chicken but don't need to go to a store. I could just roast up a whole bird. So I like to roast up chicken. Add any seasonings you want on it, toss it in the oven or put it on your grill, and you have baked chicken ready to go for easy lunches and dinners. Throw it on top of a salad, use it in some chicken enchiladas, chicken tacos, add it to soups, stews. You're one step ahead. You can cook a pot of beans. I like to slow cook like pinto beans. Then we have beans for any recipe during the week. We can add them to burritos or salads. I love making refried beans. So that way we can make like our Navajo tacos or just our soft tacos or tacos in general. So having beans already made, ready to go helps so much. If you have veggies you want to use up, chop them up, put them on a sheet pan, drizzle them with some olive oil, salt and pepper, and roast them up. If you have some chicken and other meat that you want to cook with them, stick them on there, cook it up. You have a meal ready to go. Now, you could take a whole day and make some make-ahead meals or freezer meals, or what you could do is whatever you're making for dinner, if you're able to freeze it, double or triple the batch and have 2 in your freezer and 1 for dinner that night. That is the easiest way to have meals ready to go in your freezer, especially when you have a busy schedule and you just can't take a whole day to prep. Hard-boiled eggs. They're great for snacking on, slice into your salads. We do like starting the week off with some quick fixes, and one of them is egg salad. Who doesn't love an egg salad sandwich? I have teenagers and they could wolf this bowl of egg salad down pretty dang quick. If you have any snack food or lunch meats or vegetables that you want to use up, create a grazing board. It's amazing what your kids will eat if you create a grazing board. They'll actually snack on things that they wouldn't have tried before. I have seen this time and time again with my kids. It's a great way to use up fruit, vegetables, snacks. This is a great way to get in your protein. And if your kids are snacky, I promise they'll eat what's on that board. So I like using up any pepperonis, salami, cheese, any vegetable, especially carrots and celery. Add some crackers to it like goldfish, pretzels. You could even add some fun treats like chocolate and marshmallows, candy. It's so fun and it's filling. Same goes with fruits. Put a fruit grazing board out. I promise the family will scarf it up. Doing grazing boards is a great way to use up what you have. I want to use this leftover corn. This is smoked corn on the cob. I want to take the corn off the cob and get it in the bowl and use it up. All right, there's that corn. That will go in there. Find the ways to simplify because it will save your sanity. Okay, I love having breakfast ready to go. So I like to make batches of pancakes, and you can put them on like a baking sheet and stick that in your freezer and like individually freeze them. But honestly, I've not had a problem with just sticking the pancakes in a Ziploc bag and getting them in the freezer. They pop off each other very well when they're all frozen. So I like to freeze pancakes, waffles, French toast. I love doing French toast. So if you have any bread that needs to be used up, make French toast. Now, if you have hamburger buns or hot dog buns that are turning, yes, you could throw them in your freezer, but make French toast from those. If you're gonna make scrambled eggs, make a bigger batch, and then you could freeze the scrambled eggs. I love actually making like little egg muffin cups. I'll utilize my muffin tin and I will scramble up some eggs. So I pour in the scrambled egg and I'll put like broccoli and zucchini and bacon and cheese and green peppers and onions. So whatever veggies you have going on in your refrigerator, you could definitely use them up in any breakfast meal. Now, if your potatoes are starting to like shrivel and they're not looking so good, make some breakfast potatoes. Use up any vegetables you have like peppers and onions. And then you could actually freeze those after they cool off. I have these containers that I got off of Amazon. I'm gonna load this up with the potatoes, some of the scrambled eggs, and when this cools off, I will put it in the refrigerator. And then I have these covers that go on top. Look how good. Yes, and you can put that in the freezer and you're good to go. I've got 6 breakfast bowls ready to go for the week. I have shared over the years how to build a rotating pantry. This is my basic pantry. And then I have our 3-month rotating food storage pantry. Food storage is a very good investment, especially right now with inflation. Make sure you have the staples. Rice. It's healthy, hearty. This is possibly one of the most frugal pantry items, and it's so versatile and a quick cooking base for so many meals. It could stand alone as a side dish, of course, but it's a great filler in a main dish as well. My favorite rices are jasmine and basmati. Pasta and pasta sauce. It's so handy to have a few boxes around, especially for busy evenings. If you don't eat a lot of pasta, keep a box or 2 on hand because it's a great way to create a quick, filling, inexpensive meal. And it's great to add to soups and casseroles. I know making your own sauce is super easy. I love making ours, but it's great to have a jar or 2 on your shelf. That way your kids can make pasta. All they have to do is just open up and use it. But it's great for a quick meal of like meatball subs, pizza, spaghetti, and even lasagnas. Potatoes. You can use them in soups, casseroles, breakfast dishes, or side dishes. Dry and canned beans. Black beans, pinto beans, great northern beans are all tasty, protein-filled options to stretch your grocery budget. Plus, they keep in the pantry almost indefinitely. Oats are used in many desserts and can be added to bread for more texture. If you're looking for a frugal, filling breakfast, oatmeal is the way to go. Yeast. Having this on hand allows me to make bread, my own pizza crust, rolls. It can be stored for quite a while in the refrigerator. I store mine in the freezer. It lasts years. Applesauce. It is so much more than a snack. It could replace eggs in baking goods and also oil. I have replaced applesauce for oil in many baking items like cake and brownies. Honey, a natural sweetener, is a pantry essential. I have substituted honey for sugar in a lot of my baking goods. We always have flour tortillas in our home. We make meals like tacos, quesadillas, wraps, enchiladas, burritos. It is so great to have in your home to use up all the other proteins and veggies that are going on that you have for leftovers. Eggs. We love having breakfast for dinner, and eggs can stretch. Cheese. It can be stored a long time in your fridge if it's stored properly, but you can freeze your cheese. If you buy the block cheese, make sure you shred it, put a little bit of cornstarch in there, mix it up, and put it in your freezer, and it'll last a good year in there. But I always make sure I have cheese on hand. Frozen veggies. Often this is much cheaper than fresh veggies. And being in the freezer, they last much longer. You could use them as a side dish in a casserole. I always keep bags of frozen broccoli, rice cauliflower, and a medley in my freezers. Cans of tomatoes. This could be diced, petite diced, and crushed. They're super inexpensive and way cheaper than buying fresh tomatoes sometimes. They can be added to soups, stews, casseroles. I even add petite diced tomatoes to my meatloaf. Do you meal plan once a week, bi-weekly, or once a month? The simplest way to decide is just to meal plan for as how often you grocery shop. If you go to the store once a week, then meal plan once a week. With what we're facing right now with inflation, it's probably easier to go for what you know and love than trying to come up with a new meal and search for those ingredients. It's important to be very realistic with your meal planning. If you know you're going to be gone for the evening or the kids have activities, don't plan a home cooked meal that day. If it's in your budget to eat out, go for it. Don't feel guilty about that.
Dinner's ready!
But if you have a meal like a freezer meal or a meal already cooked the beginning of the week or that you've done on the weekend that you could take out and heat up will set you up for success.
And have leftover night.
A leftovers night is a great way to use up what you already have and take the night off from cooking. I do have a planner. It's the She's in Her Apron planner. And every month there's a section that you can shop your shelf. So you're going to track the things that you don't want to go to waste in your refrigerator, freezer, and pantry. There's even a section in there for freezer meals. Now, you don't have to write everything you have in there. It's basically what needs to get used up right now. You want to be able to create a meal first with what you have, then starting over and thinking of different recipes that you can make for the week, and then go out and shop. This helps with food waste.
Click on this video here. I'm sharing with you 4 things to know before you blow your monthly grocery budget. I'll meet you over there.